want to feel badass, and I feel like, why don't we just like create stuff that make us feel like that, but in the Afrobeat space.
I used to draw, but like it wasn't like giving me so much vision, as per se. And when they actually saw the light, they actually saw the benefits of working with this kid.
But at some point, things got hard.
Okay.
And I had to man up.
In an industry where every artist is trying to claim the top spot, Rema has proved that slow, steady, and unpredictability truly wins the race. But before the mind-blowing accolades he will go on to receive further in his career, there was one thing Rema tried to get rid of in order for people to take him seriously. Hi, I am the.jessicah, your global pop culture host, and today we will be peeling back the layers and uncovering the reasons as to why Rema, one of Africa's finest musical exports, has undergone quite a rebrand since his debut. If you would like to see more videos like this, please do consider subscribing, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Chapter 1: Babyface, Babyface. Welcome to Lagos, the city where legends are made. A city where, of course, Rema got his start as the lead artist on a record label that was just kicking off. But you see, this wasn't just any record label. Jonesin, owned by Nigerian veteran singer The Prince, is a subsidiary label of the biggest record label in Africa, Maven Records, owned by Afrobeat juggernaut Michael Collins Ajere, popularly known as Don Jazzy. What made Rema's record deal really special was that he wasn't just signed to Jonesin, but Maven as well, giving him access to what both camps had to offer. And with the successful launch of artists formerly under the label like Ricardo Banks, Tiwa Savage and Wande Cole, Rema had no other option but to succeed as well. But you see, it wasn't that easy. So before we go on with the video, I would like to give you guys a quick story time of how I almost met Rema before he debuted. So this was back in 2018, and a show promoter reached out to a friend who in turn reached out to us, and they were basically trying to promote a campus tour. They said they would like to stop in our school, and so our job was to publicize the event. They sent us flyers, promotional videos, tickets, and shame, we did our part. The catch was that we were going to be the first set of people to see a new artist from The Prince and Don Jazzy's camp debut, which we now know today as Rema. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened. Like, even the day of the concert of the show, there were no show. Rema didn't end up coming. The Prince didn't end up coming. All in all, it was a total bomb, and that was how I almost met Rema before he debuted. The year is 2019, and we had just digested the hard launch of newcomers Joeboy and Fireboy, and then came Rema with his debut single Dumebi, which did decent numbers within the first month of its release, but would go on to become a massive breakout hit after it was featured on former US President Barack Obama's summer playlist. It would then go on to become one of the best songs of 2019 alongside Fireboy's Jealous and Joeboy's Baby. Still, no one was paying attention to Rema, mainly because of his tone and physique. I strongly believe Rema championed the nasal form of singing in Nigeria, with artists like Flash and Alpha P following suit. And about his physique, well, Rema was a slender boy who was just 19 at the time, with a very baby-like face, and was stereotyped as just another young kid singing about love. Dumebi was then followed up by another single, Lady, which was again another decent hit, but still didn't do anything to move his career forward. His artistic style wasn't helping either, with the incorporation of cartoonized artworks, which might I add was very on theme for 2019, as his counterpart Joe Boy also took the animation route, and with animated films like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse making waves, Rema latched onto the concept with the release of the Rema EP, which featured songs like Iron Man, Why, Corny and Maybe. The Freestyle EP also featuring songs like Boulevard, American Love and Spider-Man, and the Bad Commando EP featuring songs like Rewind, Lady and the title track, all bearing animated cover arts. He then went on to release a compilation album which included the aforementioned songs with an addition of three new songs, Be My Bad Boys, Woman and Ginger Me. Pretty much after that, there wasn't much activity from Rema's camp, and then came the release of a song that set the tone for the Rema we know today. Chapter 2: Bad Boy for Life. On the 25th of February 2021, Bounce by Rema featuring label boss Don Jazzy was released, and instantly the shift became evident. Gone were the days of cutesy boy Rema. Now, Rema was in his grown man era. He was now about to turn 21, and boy did he go wild. The music video was a Mad Max themed concept with a lot of ass shaking. But if you think Bounce was raunchy, then you're in for a surprise. Soundgasm is probably one of Rema's most controversial songs till date. Like, the level of censorship that song had is to be studied. He was basically giving people a play-by-play guide to foreplay, and this left a lot of people shattered, especially mothers who saw Rema as a role model to their sons. And this is one particular ideal that Rema wanted to stray away from, that Rema wanted to separate himself from. And then by the release of his first and debut studio album, Rave and Roses, Rema had solidified the idea of him being a bad boy with the release of songs like Carry, Dirty and Oroma Baby. I wouldn't go too much into the album because I want to review it separately. And yeah, this was like a controversial song and album. But like I said, Rema had solidified his bad boy image, but he had to cement it into the minds of people. And then came Ravage EP. Chapter 3: Rave Lord. The Ravage EP saw Rema's foray into experimental sounds and imagery, and also a lot of braggadocio on songs like D&D and Troublemaker. But the release of his sophomore album, He Is, made his reinvention a complete success, as we began spotting Rema smoking cigarettes almost all the time. His O2 performance was deemed as demonic, and his ultimate association with bats was seen as evil. He outrightly claimed he was now part of Nigeria's Mount Rushmore as the fourth biggest, with Burna Boy, Wizkid and Davido claiming the top 3 spots. He had finally and successfully changed people's view about him. Final thoughts. And so, after 3 chapters of explaining his re-evolution, the one thing Rema tried to prove was that he wasn't just any other artist. He was one to challenge the status quo, one to try out new things, one who wasn't afraid to be controversial, and one who could do what the big dogs had been doing and take it to a higher level. And he did so in the space of 5 years with 2 studio albums, cementing himself as one of this generation's global icons. Finally, we have come to the end of this long ass video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a long ass video. Like, if you know the amount of time I spent on this video, and it's not even, there's nothing special, there's no special effects, no nothing. It's just the fact that this is like my first long form content in a long ass while. It took me a lot, and this was fun. I had fun creating this video, and once again, do let me know if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, Start conversations in the comment section down below. Do not be shy to talk. I will literally reply to the ones I can reply to. Just let me know what you think about this topic down below. And as always, I will see you on the next one.